Welcome back to my NFL 2013 Week 1 review. Um, Today I will be doing the New York Giants traveling to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Um, the score was Cowboys winning 36-31 in a very, I'm going to say, the game started out very sloppy, especially if you for the Giants offense. Whew. Um, I'm just gonna go over the stats, some individual stats. I'm gonna start with the Giants, the away team. Eli Manning was 27 to 42, 450 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Um, a lot of, I would say, at least one of those was tip ball, so you really can't blame Eli for that. But two of those picks were definitely his fault. Um, and really, for the most part, he started out slow. He finished the game well. That's what kept the game close. Guys like Victor Cruz began to step up. Hakeem Nicks, Ruben Randall, those guys began to step up. He was getting them the ball. So he started out slow. Finished the game well, but the turnovers, not only with the three interceptions, but also the fumbles, that really killed him. Um, Rushing, they did not get anything from the running game. Um, Darrell Scott, five carries, 23 yards, and he took the place of David Wilson, who got benched for, I believe he had 2 fumbles. Let's see. I believe he had 2 fumbles. Yep, David Wilson had 2 fumbles. He got benched, and rightfully so, he should have. You don't fumble the ball in a key divisional game, even though it's week 1. It's still a key divisional game. Um, David Wilson had 7 carries, 19 yards. Didn't, of course, the 2 fumbles. Didn't get anything out of the running game. They need to get something out of the running game to help Eli. Receiving, he had some good games from his the receivers he did throw to. Victor Cruz, 5 receptions, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. Definitely one of the better performances from a receiver this week. Hakeem Nicks, 5 receptions, 114 yards. Ruben Randall, five receptions, 101 yards. Myers, 7 receptions, 66 yards. Darrell Scott, 5 receptions, 51 yards. Let's see. We'll go to the Dallas side. Romo, his protection really started to break down, and he started to take some hits. He got injured. A lot of people say they were saying on the game that he got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know. No, he seemed like when he was throwing, he was grimacing. Maybe it's a rib injury or something. Won't know until next week. They will. I'm assuming we'll mention that in the next game. He was 36 of 49, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. For the most part, Witten caught his only 2 touchdown passes. For the most part, he threw a lot. Didn't have the yardage. A lot of times he was on a short field because of the turnovers by the Giants. So I say it's a solid game for Tony. Not a great game, but it's a solid game. He did make some throws, some nice throws, but the Giants, the Giants were getting to him, and he played the second half. I'm gonna say he was playing the second half injured. But like I said, it's no excuse. Can't make any excuses. He played okay. Definitely could have played better. But let's move on to the rushing. DeMarco Murray, 20 carries, 86 yards. Solid. That's solid. I think they should ran him a little more. Yeah. That's what Romo taking the beating he was taking. They should have ran him a little bit more. At least 25, 30. But they're definitely trying to keep him healthy because he's a guy that's always getting injured. So we'll see how if they split the carries with Tanner. We'll have to see how that works. They need to keep DeMarco Murray healthy. From receiving, Miles Austin's 10 receptions, 72 yards. Jason Witten, 8 receptions, 70 yards. DeMarco Murray, 8 receptions, 39 yards. Dez Bryant, 4 receptions, 22 yards. Now, the reason I believe he obviously didn't have a good game. The Giants' defense was keyed on him. They were really hard pressed to stop him. They didn't want him to take over the game because if you look at pretty much the end of last season, he was a beast. So of course they had a corner on him. They were basically double teaming him the whole time, the whole game, a majority of it. Of course, Tony Romo, Philip Turner both had a fumble. Both were recovered. Let me see. Let's see. Defensively, start with the Giants. They got it won't say it right here, but they got after looking at the game, they got plenty of pressure on Romo. It doesn't mention the QB hurries up here, but he was hit 6 times. He was sacked twice, but the QB hurries I'm pretty sure were very high. And also, they got the interception, which was mainly the receiver's fault. Dallas. Let's see. Dallas defensively. Well, let's see. Dallas defensively had 3 sacks, 5 QB hits. Near the end of the game, you could tell they started to tire out. They were getting some hits on, on Eli, but near the end of the game, the thing about it, the Giants, it was just sloppy. It wasn't really what Dallas was doing. Even though I think Brandon Carr had an amazing game, it was mainly just sloppy play from the Giants. Great game by the let's see who defensively. Other than I think Brandon Carr probably had one of the better games on the defense. Whoever they put him on, Eli normally didn't go that way. It was always on the other side of the field in the middle. Let's see. And I think that about does it with the defense and individual stats. Of course, the biggest. You don't even have to look at the stats to even know the biggest difference in the game. 6 turnovers by the Giants compared to 1. Also, the time of possession was 37-10. That's a big difference. The Giants have to get a better running game. They have to, David Wilson has to stop fumbling the ball because that's a guy of the future. They did pick up Brandon Jacobs after the game. That's how hard pressed they are to have a running back. But the running game needs to improve. I think the passing game is going to be pretty solid with Hakeem Nicks, Ruben Randall, and Victor Cruz. But the rushing attack is terrible. They have to iron out the mistakes. And defensively, do what you do, get pressure on the quarterback. The back end has to be able to hold up so the front 4 can get pressure. Pierre Paul was playing injured. So, we'll have to see. They do play the Broncos going to next week. So we'll have to see how that goes. The Cowboys, looking forward. They play the Kansas City Chiefs. It's gonna be a tough game. Can they protect Romo, especially against that Chiefs front 7? The defense, I think they have to get more pressure on the quarterback. That's what they do. They have to. Brandon Carr has to play the same way he did, and the second year player, his name escapes me. He did get a shoulder injury. Hopefully he's there. Claiborne. Hopefully he's there. And offensively protect Romo better. Run the ball with DeMarco Murray. Put in Philip Tanner if you have to. If you want to get some more rushes, of course you got to keep Murray healthy. I think it's going to be close, in terms of the division, especially after seeing the Eagles, how well the offense looked Monday night. So we'll have to see how things progress in the upcoming weeks. It's still week one, but if you watch this game, which a lot of people did, because we got a lot of big Cowboy Giants fans. If you watch this game, let me know what you think about this game. Hit that thumbs up button, and I may come back with another review. I probably will do the Redskins. Depends on how the rest of my day goes. Like I said, hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below what you think about the game, and subscribe.